Well, tonight on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, MSNBC once again is finding out the truth that a lot of people are just not feeling what the Democrats are serving to America, and definitely black Americans are not feeling it whatsoever. So I want you to check out, they had talked to a black man and a Latino about why they're not really feeling Vice President Harris on a lot of issues. Let's check this out.
Idea of mass deportation, largely. You have criminals in this country who are destroying our nation. They're coming in here, getting earmarked bills and policies to open up businesses, get free housing, get access, easier access than those who are legally immigrated to this country to welfare and other benefits. So, like, as a taxpayer, we have to pay for these guys to have luxuries of life, and we don't get anything, especially black Americans who have suffered so much in the system under Democrats. We don't get anything. That's insane. You talked about Springfield, Ohio, and the whole thing with the fluff talk of, grabbing the soundbite about Haitians or whatever is eating cats and dogs. Y'all trying to change the narrative of what he's really talking about. Change the narrative of really what we're talking about and telling us that's what we should be discussing. No, this here, this is what we're discussing. This here, this is America. And this is what America is about and what we're discussing.
I told you a lot of black men aren't down with all this illegal immigration. It's like that brother said. You're bringing in men of other nations. You're papering them up. You're putting them in hotels. You're treating them like queens, literally. That's how you're treating them. And then while black American men, only thing they've asked for is a job. Hey, give us our reparations. Give us our just due in society. Hey, we need some business loans. Let's go ahead on and get us that. We need some grants. We need whatever so we can take care of our own families. You understand what I'm saying? We want to take care of our families no different than any other man that is in this country. But the Democrat Party has set up here and prioritized men and women and children of other nations who chose to come up here. Talking about they want a better life. Make that life where you at. Or you want to go get a better life, go to the next country next to you. No, they didn't want to do that because the country next to them is not going to give them free stuff. They're going to say, okay, if you come here, you got to get your behind out here and work and get it like you're supposed to by the sweat of your brow. And these men of other nations know the Democrats would give them everything and they don't have to work. That's what a lot of people are seeing. Black Americans or Americans in general don't benefit from immigration. How does immigration help me? How does it help you as a black American? How? It doesn't help us at all. That's bringing in more mouths to feed. We already got a housing crisis in this country. So that's more people that's going to be trying to compete for a place to stay. Then they bringing people in unchecked. So you're importing a lot of criminals in this country. Yeah, the situation, and then, let me tell you something, this migrant crisis was created by Harris. She created that with her partner Biden. They created that together. They created that migrant crisis to spite Trump because Trump had the migrants in check, letting them stay in Mexico with that. They want to do everything they could to spite Trump, and look what ended up happening. With all these high food prices, let me tell you something. You know why your food price is so high? Let me tell you why. On top of just inflation. You're not talking about importing 20 million people in here, and now they want food too. You feel me? The way it works in a capitalist society, supply, demand. You have a higher demand, you got a lower supply, you raise the prices. If you have a higher supply, lower demand, then you have to drop prices. You understand? That's the way it works. So them bringing all those people in here also affected our inflation too. But nobody wants to talk about that. You dropping off all these people in Chicago. You dropping all those people off in New York. You dropping these people off in Houston. You're dropping them off in Dallas. Now you're trying to drop them off in Atlanta, DC, wherever you're dropping them off at. You're not bringing nothing good to those cities other than more mouths to feed, more houses and apartments and everything else that they need. And that's the killing part. While you as an American you got to have credit and don't, God forbid, you had a criminal record. You can't get an apartment, whatever, but these migrants will come over here, start off new, clean, and fresh. Get a new Social Security number, get loans, get everything, right? And then they come over here much older, So they don't have to deal with the sins they past or mistakes they made with their credit in the past because they come up with a blank slate. So if you go somewhere at 40 years old or in your 30s with a blank slate, you know better now, you're going to do a lot better than people having to deal with their financial mistakes or whatever mistake they made from back in their 20s. You feel me? So any black man or any man in particular in this country would tell you that, hey, it is a good thing if Trump want to go it on and get them out because there's less mouths to feed. There's less homes you have to compete for. There's more jobs that'll be available to you if you want it because now the men are trying to get these jobs. They're doing secret job fairs for these men. These men are doing all kind of things in this country. But American men, black American men in particular, no, we have to say something. That's why I wasn't voting for it, and I didn't. I did not vote. Listen, I ain't no way that I know what I know about the migrant crisis, know what I know what's happening to black people in Chicago, New York, Houston, Dallas, and anywhere else that they have been putting migrants, right? Of course, it's not a crisis in Houston, but they still go there, right? And in no way that I can go in the voter booth and go vote for her knowing all that. That's the thing. When you know better, you do better. And I know a whole lot of things, at least information in the area with these politicians. I'm not caught up on no emotion with nobody. What I look at is the bank account, the community's bank account. 'Cause yes, we have a community bank account. In other words, what we don't get, resources and all of that, that's affecting our bank account as a community. We are about our bank account now. We ain't talking about all this color mess and all that. When I say color mess, I mean symbolism. We talking about our community, the black American community. That's it. Our lineage, our group. That's it. That's what we're talking about. They can't play this the first black this and the first black that. It don't matter. What are you going to put in our bank account specifically or the community bank account? Like reparations for the community. You feel me? And a lot of black men are fed up. And other groups of men too are fed up with this unchecked immigration that Harris brought into this country. No way. Listen, you want 20 million more? Go vote for it then. Go ahead. But I don't want to hear it. Go vote for her if you want 20 million more in here. It's time. It's time. They got to go on back home, go fix their homeland and all of that. That's what they need to go do. You understand? But shout out to our brother. Because MSNBC been really getting an earful. And it's about time. Because they live in La La Land in their studio. But when you actually get out there and go talk to the people and see how they really feel, oh, yeah. Yeah, they're going to let you know. They definitely going to let you know what the deal is. And right on for that. There's nothing about illegal immigration that benefits the black man of America or the black woman at that. Because there's other women coming in here trying to get places to stay, eating food, having children in daycares and competing for jobs and all that. That affects black women too. So no, in no way, shape or form that I'm going to vote for my own demise.